Hello, people of Earth. Hello, people of Earth. Let's figure out who's winning the Switch. Let's figure out who's winning the Switch. This, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, is a Nintendo Switch 2. Now, we normally do giveaways in the dark of night, in complete secrecy. This time, however, I figure this is a big enough prize. Let's just show you exactly how we're doing it. We're using a random number generator, and we're randomizing based on all of these reviews that have been submitted on Apple Podcasts recently. We're choosing one randomly, and then reaching out to that person and seeing if they want the Switch. Now, we should probably do two, so we have a backup in case that first person doesn't respond. So I guess this can be extra exciting, but don't be bummed out if you're the backup winner. Also, just a heads up, we normally get, 20 or so reviews every time we do one of these giveaways for a code. This is how many reviews we got this time. Is this gonna work? Hello? And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how many reviews we got this time. So, we could spend the entire stream reading these reviews. This is unbelievable. An unbelievable number of reviews left for people who want to win the Switch 2. And we never said you had to give us 5 stars. So you could be completely honest. Bossman was looking at your reviews and he was so impressed that your scheme worked. Yeah, thank you, Bossman. That is the interesting thing. We bumped up from a 4.8 to a 4.9, which is nice. The other thing that is wild is each star should count as an entry. That's interesting. We shot up to number 1 on the Video Game Podcast. Every time we do this for like a code giveaway, we bump up, a couple slots, which is awesome. This isn't for number of downloads. This is technically for momentum. It gauges momentum. So if there's a new podcast, it'll be at the top of the charts because it goes from 0 to thousands or whatever, right? If it's a well-known creator, I guess, making it. And so this is always a little bit misleading. I'll tell you, we average for not the Patreon audio feed, but just like the standard podcast feed, we got about 23,000. I think I can show you this. Listeners per episode. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't be able to show you this. Here's the stats for recently, right? So you can see listens here. It's like, okay, this one, GTA 6, this got us 26,000 listens for that. That's the biggest recently. This one's a little bit lower, but the new one's always lower. You'd be amazed how many people kind of trickle in after the fact and stuff. And so, we've been slowly growing. The Game of the Year awards are the biggest. So like the MinMax Awards for 2024, 31.5 thousand for audio. Gotta get a few 100,000 more. You can start to get ad slots. Thank you. Deep cut. I love it. So feeling good about the giveaway. Someone sent me a link to that Bossman thing when he mentions that, because now I want to hear his assessment of that plan. Okay, so who's good at math? Here's what we need to do, right? And you might say, this isn't math, dude, this is counting. When you're dumb, what's the difference? That's what we like to say. The final debate ended up having the fewest listens. Yeah, isn't that funny? I don't know if that worked for YouTube as well. I don't know if that's the same way for YouTube traffic. I would imagine it's usually the MinMax Awards that are the biggest. Let's see. Because it's the first one out of the gate. So 34,000. Oh, no. I think 2 years ago it did that. This time, it looks like the Building the List got 42,000, which is unbelievable. And then 41,000 there for the grand finale of that. So the audio and the YouTube don't quite match up, he's stalling so he doesn't have to do math. That's exactly right. Look at all these wonderful reviews. Let's see. The crew really knows what's what. They provide top-tier comedic relief to a dim industry riddled with disparity. Jesus. If you like games, look no more. Gaming will be 35% of this content that the show produces, and the compliment is pure gold. Is gaming 35% of the show? I'd say it's a good 69%. Leo Vader needs his own 2-minute window to rant about Leo Laments. Window to rant called Leo Laments. All right, that's pretty good. If you're watching this, by the way, subscribing on Apple Podcasts, it does help. I'm amazed. Maybe not amazed. I'm always tickled pink when somebody has found us through Apple Podcasts. Maybe like 7 people have supported us on Patreon. They say like, hey, how'd you find us? They're like, I just searched on Apple Podcasts for video games and you guys popped up. It's like, oh, that's incredible. So here's the cutoff, right? So this one right here. So whatever number we come to, we have to add 1. How many reviews were you expecting? Not this many. Not this many. This is incredible, right? So we got to add this one on the bottom. Although, do we? Excellent podcast about gaming. Listen every week. A lot of great content on the Patreon. It's nice to support independent games media. Oh, yeah, they do. Okay, I was going to say they didn't include somebody to contact them, but they did. Will you sign the Switch 2? I'll ask them. Yeah, that's a good reminder. I'll ask them if they want to. Some people might want to hang out of the box and they wouldn't want to. Maybe I could open it. Let's see. Is it taped down? Maybe I could open it and slide. Yeah, I don't know if I want to break that seal. I'll slide a note in there for sure. Staple it to the top. Yeah, exactly. You could Control F a go to help count them. Oh my God! Platinum Adam, that is such a smart idea. This is why the hive mind can't be beat, because I was manually just going to count how many people are here. But you're right, because it says 4D a go and 3D a go. What is this? Avatar Way of Water? That'll totally work, right? So, holy F. Wait, hold 1, but the comments themselves might have the word a go. Yeah, that's true. Honestly, though, I don't think that would matter. That would matter if it's not like it's tripling the odds if they have a go in there, right? Oh, you put the D in. Oh my God, you guys are so smart. Diago, 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 Diago. Unless somebody left in their comment Diago. But even then, like the number would be not exactly right, but it wouldn't double anybody's odds. Right? It would just add to the larger pool. Is that math correct? I believe so. Okay, so 415 reviews. That's unbelievable. It would double somebody's odds? If we search from 423? I don't think so. I don't think so. So the challenge will be counting. Now, to be really clear, we're going to go from the top down for counting, right? So we're going to get the number that's going to be randomized thanks to random number generator, 1 through 415. Imagine how much more efficient your job would be if you streamed it. I think about that all the time. You would be amazed if you've never been streaming and have a community suggest improvements, like streaming Elden Ring is so helpful, right? But like if I streamed just, and I have, I guess technically streamed like editing the podcast, like people would come up with so many Premiere shortcuts and stuff for me that I probably don't use, but I'm like, fast enough in Premiere. I get the basics. Have you learned how to use a calendar yet? Get out of here. I mean, Leafeon, calendars are the devil and I don't want them in my life. Okay. You could just keep pushing enter and then you don't have to count. Wait, so it'd be like, oh my God. Oh my God, you guys are so smart. Yes. That's exactly it. Pfft, this is so much easier now. When you have, how many people are live? 100 people guiding you on this? All right, here we go. So 415, right? Hang on, did it go from wasn't it 413 before? No, that was 423. All right, 415. All right, I'm gonna hit generate 1. So if it generates 1 automatically when I put this number in, that does not count, to be very clear. I need to click generate once. Ben still has to submit deepest dive questions in one big Google Doc. Some parts of this process are beyond help. Hey, Hitmon Chan. I'm feeling sensitive today. How would you do it? How would you go through hundreds of questions? Okay. All right. 4:15. Are we ready? All right. I'm gonna click this once. Hang on. Let's get. People say Google form. What would be the benefit of the Google form? What is the advantage there? Because if I want to have you post your stuff chronologically, there's no way to do that in Google form, right? Because the deepest dive questions are challenging to sort through, unless it's like it's like a series of questions, like submit your one comment about this, submit your one comment about this. Google Doc is fun because it's easy to see other people's comments. I agree. It's nice to see other people's comments. You can see what other people have commented so you don't double up, right? You can have a drop-down selector for what the question is relevant to. Yeah, but people don't do it as much as maybe they should, but I do like that idea of you can see, if you control F, you can see have people already talked about this, right? Nice thing is there are no evil people in the MinnMax community to delete those comments, right? Way easier for the user to submit and then splits it all out into Excel spreadsheet. Yeah, but it's not chronological. And I think that's so incredibly important for taking hours and hours and hours out of my day of sorting through all that stuff, right? Okay, 0.24 chance of winning the Switch 2. Oh, we gotta make an event out of this, you guys. What is the most climactic Nintendo music to play here? Like more, Bowser levels in Mario 64. What's the Nintendo song of choice to play before we click this? Like something that has a big build. Zelda Treasure, F-Zero, P button music, something from Galaxy. Let's see, let's remind me. Okay, P-Switch from Wii. Music from the Castle of 64. Yeah. Does this have like a... That's good. I don't know about this one. I don't like that one. All right, what about how's this gonna go? This is more classic. Yeah, the countdown's good. Okay, this is gotta be it. And I click generate. This is a practice run. God, it doesn't have that moment though. I think it needs to be this, and the moment is right about. That's such like the Zelda treasure chest. Yeah, that's pretty good. So Zelda chest music. It doesn't have that pop of this is the moment. This will. Yeah, this is the way to go. And then click, right? Oh my God. All right. Okay, so it's about 9.5 seconds. All right. All right, you all ready for this? No one knows what number they are, though. That's true. Yeah, so we're going to have to sort through that way. Okay. We're going to click generate. We got 415 in here. We got 415. We're going to get the winner, and we're going to get a backup, too. Just in case. Just in case. We won't go through and sort to see who the backup is, but I'll get the number so we can have that completely fair. People have entered by subscribing, leaving a review on Apple Podcasts. Okay. We ready to go? All right, chat. I was going to say, give me that countdown, but I guess there's no need for a countdown when we have the music. I am so nervous. I'm so nervous. Mwah. Okay. Here we go. 44 is the winner. 44, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and then the Chia's music's gonna play. Hell yeah. All right, number 44, where are we at? Let's go in here. Who are you? Of course, it is the one and only, right? This is 44 here, so 43, 44, just to make sure this is counting correctly. There we go. The winner of the Switch 2. Thank you for subscribing to the MinMax Show on your favorite podcast app, is the one and only Infinite is Grace on Blue Sky. Thank you, Infinited is Grace on Blue Sky. What a hero. I hope they're not evil. That's why I don't want to check their Blue Sky account, because if it's all just like, death threats, might not be great. Imagine if they gave it 1 star. I am a man of my word. I would have sent this to them. I would have sent this to them if they gave it a 1 star. Absolutely. Congratulations. Thank you so much. Infinite is Grace. Let me make sure to write down this exact name. Infinite. Oh, Infinite Disgrace is probably a better way of saying that. All right, let's do backup. So if that person does not respond to me in, like, I don't know, how long do you give them, like a week? That'd be surprising, right? Let's do one more random number. This is backup. To be clear, this is backup. 53! Let me just see who that is. All right, so that is, of course, Shoddy Loves You. This is a backup. Hey, you know what? Let's just get another backup. Let's just keep going with the backups. It's fun. Who else is gonna win it? 339! 339, of course. Digga. So third place, of course, has to be 339. Diggity, 339. Keep it going, keep it going. 339, where are you at? Positivity in action. Oh, we should have read these. Great vibes. I bring humor and a true love for gaming to the forefront of the show. The passion, quality of the interviews and coverage is outstanding. There's not a way to contact them, unfortunately, for 39, right? Lyle Min's on here, but I don't know if they have. I'll search if Lyle Min is a name on social media. I'm not seeing it. All right, another backup. People are demanding their backup. All right, another backup. That person didn't follow the rules. 287, of course, 287. Let's go all the way up to 287. They didn't follow the rules. Video games. I love them. All right. That is dumb intellectual. That's all of us. All right. We need another backup, everybody. We need another backup. 315. Give me 315. Why, of course, this is the one and only Always a Knockout. I've been listening and watching the crew since day one, been following them since the beginning of the Game Informer podcast. Ben Hansen brings an unmatched energy to his shows. Thank you. He's so low-key, it's unmatched how he's almost asleep. Cohorts that make up MinMax are all incredible. It's not a party of people that all play the same video games. That is true. They each have unique taste, and listening to them battle for their game of the year each year is honestly the highlight of my holidays. Do listen, do watch, do enjoy. Wow, that's Det on Patreon. And they're a Patreon supporter. Love it. Let's get one more backup. Let's get one more backup, everybody. 238. Oh no! And of course, Diego. God, this is such a good system. You all save me so much counting. Forever. forever you've done this. This is now how we're gonna do all of them. 238. Sounds like a Beetlejuice scene. Been a fan since Ben was with Game Informer. What's Game Informer? Probably one of the best gaming podcasts out there. Will always recommend. You know how you always recommend some things that are probably the best? I don't know, this one's pretty good. I'll take that. I'll take that with pride. Thank you. So congratulations, Infinite Disgrace. Shoddy loves you, German Intellectual Jet Smorgan. Infinite Disgrace is, of course, the winner of the Switch 2. But twist! We'll send out codes to those 4 people as well, who are the backups. We'll give them a choice of a bunch of different game codes, and they can pick one out. And with that being said, let's give out one more game code, everybody. This is for all the marbles. You ready? Yeah, it's gonna be all welcome tour codes. All right, one more. Here we go. 369. Damn, looking fine. Girl, I'm gonna roll that dice one more time. 369. Here we go. Greatest gaming podcast. We'll take it. I love the show. Every cohort has a great dynamic with each other. It makes each new episode exciting and unique. Thank you so much. Of course, this is Trupsy on Blue Sky. We'll also be reaching out to them. Trupsy. Awesome. Great. Thank you so much, everybody. Greatly appreciate it. How much is this a scheme to inflate your ego? I was generally thinking, like, I'm not going to read all these reviews now. If I'm ever feeling like, if I'm ever in a really rough spot emotionally, I feel like that'd be nice to go through and read all those. Every once in a while, I'll share the link in the Slack for people to be like, hey, there's a bunch of new nice reviews in the thing if you want to go check them out. Let's go raid Nextlander. Nextlander, they are playing a bunch of Steam Next Fest demos. But thank you all for tuning in for this. Thank you for supporting MinnMax, subscribing, telling a friend, and congratulations to Infinite Disgrace. What? It just said I couldn't raid them. There we go. All right, go say hello to the Nextlander folks. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you in the future. New Show Plus, by the way, is happening tomorrow morning on YouTube. Thank you.